I'm going to feature some Black trans women for Women's History Month. Today, I'm featuring Mary Jones. Hello. Welcome back to Hashtag Spill the Beans. It has been too long. It has been a crazy, crazy journey. If you've never seen me before, I'm Tara Priolo. I'm your resident Black, biracial, multi-passionate musician, and I talk about the issues that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. Today, I'm featuring Mary Jones. I am reading from a website, jmellison.net, and the title of the article is What Mary Jones Teaches Us About the Racist Roots of Transphobia and the Survival of Black Trans Women. I also forgot to say at the top of this that I really tried to find trans women from the 1800s after I featured Frances Thompson a few videos ago. Most of the people I'm featuring this month are from the 1800s, although there's one that is not. Mary Jones was one of the first known transgender women in the United States history, and her story tells us a lot about how transgender identity and Blackness were understood in the early United States. Jones was born in New York City in 1803. She was not allowed much education. She couldn't read and signed her name with an X. As an adult, she served in the military and spent time in New Orleans before returning to her birthplace. Through much of Jones's life, she wore women's clothing when she was among other Black people, like at dances and balls popular with Black communities and at all times in New Orleans. When she returned to New York City, in the daytime she wore a very dapper suit and worked as a waiter and cook. After the sun went down, she changed into women's clothing and worked as a sex worker. And like many a desperate and enterprising young woman, she sometimes lifted the wallets of her clients. In fact, Jones was fully starring in her own version of Hustlers when she found herself arrested and made her way into the history books. On June 11th, 1863, a white mason worker named Robert Haslam solicited sex from Jones. When he returned home, he realized his wallet was missing, along with $99. In its place, he found the wallet of another man. Haslam tracked down the man, but the wallet owner didn't want to go to the police for fear of exposing himself. He was likely afraid that people would learn that he, a white man, had had sex with a Black person and with a sex worker. Haslam, though, reported the crime to the police officer. An officer entrapped Jones by soliciting her services and arrested her. Upon searching her, the officer discovered that Jones was transgender and a nightmare began unfolding for her. Jones was tried on June 16th. I think this is the wrong date. 1863. She did something. No, 1836. I think there's a backwards date in here, but that's okay. Jones was tried on June 16th, 1836. She did something tremendously courageous during her trial. She appeared in court in a dress, a wig, and white earrings. She was just being herself. Fully herself. The audience began mocking her. One onlooker grabbed the wig off of her head. She was subjected to questions about her decision to wear feminine attire. Her feminine attire from the judge and laughter from the courtroom audience. Then, after Jones pled not guilty to larceny, the judge sentenced her to 5 years in Sing Sing for grand larceny. Jones' trial attracted tremendous media attention, generating many a sensational report. The media tended to report more on her attire than her crime, as though a trans woman in a dress was a real news story, right? The most famous media report about Jones was a lithograph drawn by H.R. Robinson, in which he dubbed Jones the man monster. It's a haunting image that construes a beautiful woman into an ugly monstrosity. The pain of this image is intensified by the way it became commercial commodity. This image was on sale to anyone who wanted to buy it. It was modestly priced and circulated for years. Jones spent the rest of her life under surveillance of police, unscrupulous reporters, and the general public. She was arrested several times, and reporters continued to report on her decision to wear women's clothing. I'll let you read the rest. Again, that website is jmellison.net, and I will put this on my Substack. And with that, continue to be anti-racist, be safe, wear a mask, make good trouble, do good work. I love y'all hardcore. Joy is our revolution. Step into it and belong to it.